Humanity started going downhill the minute people started taking responsibility on for other people's discernment ability. Alright? So this video is just like gonna be me throwing random info at you to kind of tie up the download I got the other day on karma, and then anything that needs fleshing out, or as my understanding of things broadens, I can go into it more. But just as a content snapshot, I guess I just wanted to run through a few things that came in with the download. All right, so when I was talking about triggers the other day, so some triggers are going to be just your karma coming back to bite you in the ass, but sometimes when we're triggered, it's actually it's like a community service. All right, so ego traps, and I will start going into ego traps a lot more soon, but the world is filled with invisible traps and lines. Okay, so the ego traps that we keep buying into and looping back into the problem, a lot of the time they're actually opportunities to reverse any karma that we have created. So anytime we have accidentally created destiny swapping for ourselves or for other people, the universe, or however you want to explain it, will offer situations that you either are ego traps, and you're either going to fall for them and buy and react and buy into it, or you're going to recognize that they're an ego trap, see what they are, and start reversing some of your karma. All right, so triggers aren't always a bad thing. It's what you do with them. Okay, so obviously everyone is trying to figure out their destiny and everything, and I think the focus kind of got bumped somewhere along the line, and we need to realize we're not searching for our destiny as such. We're searching for the pre-written plan of our destiny so that we can follow it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, as I said, it's karma correction time at the moment, and it doesn't matter how much you do or don't think you want to be on your authentic path, like you're heading that way, it's all being corrected, everything's changing, so it'll be easier for you to just accept facts. Anyway, yes, so triggers, they can be tests as well. It can be energy manipulation from external sources, spell work, etc. So it's less about focusing on the fact that it's happening and more about learning to discern which way you go with that trigger. Is it something you can change? Is it a trap? Is it a test? Whatever, all right? Karma is an independent debt, all right? So if you do something shitty to someone and then they do something shitty to you, that doesn't cancel each other out. That's just two independent karmic debts, all right? So nothing, anyway. All right, so no one is responsible for another person's discernment ability, all right? I mean, obviously, that's not going to always be the case. So, like, if you're a teacher, you're not going to teach Year 12 content to a grade 6, okay? Because realistically, you need to have certain skills to learn certain materials. But in general, when it comes to someone's feelings or, that's not up to you to decide what they can and cannot deal with, all right? So you've got to learn to stop doing that. I don't think I need to go into how wishing ill wishes towards someone creates karma. I think you can figure that out yourselves. Alright, so a bit of a spoiler alert is that I can explain how every timeline, every false timeline that we have pulled into this main timeline that we are all in together, it's all generational trauma. Like, literally, at the end of the day, it all is generational trauma covering itself up. All right? So, there's more. I mean, this is what I'm working with. I mean, I don't really help myself here, but anyway, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to quickly pause. All right, there might be a bit of stop-start in here, but I'm just trying to be mindful of not wasting time. But just some things I want to throw at you. Okay. You'll soon learn that contradictions only exist in language, all right? And so when you face a situation where there's a contradiction, either in what someone said or whatever, it's not actually the meaning of what you're seeing, whatever, that is contradicting. It's just the way that it's expressed. So be really mindful that just because somebody uses a certain choice of words doesn't mean that their use of those words are the same as you. All right, we really got to start knowing that everything is recycled language. All right. So anyway, all right. So I do also want to point out that I don't ever want to come across as though I'm talking down when I say like destiny swapping. Like, I'm not. If you're someone who does readings and you're in your reading, there's just like, it's just a label, all right? So I listen to readings and I use the terms destiny swapping. I'm not talking down at any of them. It's just sometimes when I'm trying to explain things from above all the illusions, it might come across that way, but I promise I am not, because I use those terms. It just is all dependent on how you perceive the information. Humans have been taught that our eyes and our ears are our alert system, right? But it's actually our feeling, like, and not as in emotional feelings, as in, I don't even, just, it's a feeling, all right? You need to start paying attention to the feelings you have. Like, do you feel connect? Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. If you understand, you understand. All right, so details actually are irrelevant, especially when you're working with off your feeling, off your gut feeling, off your knowing, off your. If it doesn't make sense but it feels right, it probably is right. And same with the other way around. Okay, so my advice, because we do only have 2 months left for you to correct your karma, is to do the work now and then look at the details later. If you look at them later and they're still shit, you can complain then, all right? But you probably will realise that it was all irrelevant in the first place. So don't get caught up on the details. They are so irrelevant, I can't even begin. I'm pausing. All right, so my goal isn't to get you to believe me, all right? My goal is to get you to stop believing your own bullshit. Because when you are not following your own bullshit, everything that I'm telling you, you're going to see it, because I'm not making it up. Do you know what I mean? That it is the core of our essence. And once you are no longer wearing goggles, you'll see what I'm saying. Okay, so don't try and believe me. Try and unbelieve the bullshit. All right, that will do for now, I think. All right. Okay, bye.